From the poisonous tree, you taught me that. Okay, we are under compulsory evidence origin disclosure order. Okay, in a case this massive, all evidence has to be obtained legally. But if I caught this trail, others will too. Okay, you gotta get your shit in order. Just listen to me. Listen to me. The entire case rests on this. We have a case here. And we're gonna win.
Briefly, I want to acknowledge the family of Trontavious. I think that's how you pronounce his name. They call him Tay, as Woody would call him. And our prayers go out to his family. We don't want to treat this as just something to do with the Young Thug trial. Our prayers go out to any individual that was close to him that was not a part of his demise. And as you can see, he was Woody's friend, and he's the one that Woody testified in the video and stated in the interview his name. And he said on the stand that he was just throwing out a name and that he didn't do it. And that was the shooting of him and his baby and his girlfriend. It had nothing to do with Big Nut. And all of a sudden, he gets shot from outside on the street. I believe, allegedly, that someone aimed, someone waited, and someone shot with a scope rifle to be able to do something like that. And it's sad. So I want to give the condolences to the family, and I want to leave it at that. I don't want to speculate who did it and who didn't do it. Now, moving on. Judge Glanville solemnly, with a bowed down head, reads his instructions for the ex parte transcript being released. I want to say allegedly. I believe the blanks that are with the ... on the ex parte transcript are redacted areas that were not introduced to the defense and everyone else that got a copy. I believe that the judge is trying to save face by making this decision to go ahead and release it and not be stubborn. And that's a good thing that he is doing that. I hope he saves his reputation. I don't know how much of it he can save, but he's going to allow this, and they're out there now. Everybody is reading them, and I'm going to go over some sections in it that I think are very, very important, key points that I want to bring out for this video. So let's do it. Let's start out with Miss Bumpus and Miss Love in the judge in the chambers. We'll start right there. I'm going to leave the link in the description. I'm going to use clips from Seti Nash and allow him to read it as the video plays. Seti Nash reads the entire transcript that is there, I believe with redacted points, but the video description and link will be in the description.
I don't think that that's the concern. Isn't that what you said, Miss Love? Well, the court said that. Miss Bumpers, no, I'm saying with Mr. Copeland not testifying. You said you don't think that's his concern is criminal exposure, or do you think that is what he's worried about? The court, do you think that he's fearful of testifying for other reasons, like his personal safety? Miss Bumpers, right. Miss Love, that is what Mr. Melnick said to me in an email I can pull up. He said, Miss Bumpers, but you don't believe that. Miss Love, you are going to get him killed. That's what he said. We ain't going to kill him. Miss Bumpers, see, I don't know anything about that email. Miss Love, we ain't going to kill him. I can show you the email, but we're not going to kill Kenneth Copeland. So who is he talking about? So what are you trying to do? The court.
Okay.
The collateral.
I had to share that with you, how treacherous Miss Love is. He stated, Mr. Melnick, the attorney that was Kenneth Copeland's attorney, that you're going to get him killed to Miss Love. And she said, we ain't going to kill him. That is not what he said. He said that you're going to get him killed. And she said it and repeated it again. We're not going to kill him. She's making sure that she doesn't repeat the very same words and say, we're not going to get him killed. She's making sure she's not saying that that she's saying we ain't gonna kill him. And his attorney, Miss Bumpus, is so slow.
Either she's being slow or she was planted to say these things. It's a shame when representation comes and it seems like it's planted. That's what
Miss Love, I mean, obviously, the court, first, he has to give testimony, though. I mean, that's what he has to do. He's got to give the testimony, whatever it is.
I'm using the iPhone to do this part of it, so it's a little clearer. But I do want to let you know this is part 2 of the treachery of Miss Love. This is the setup, and we find that Miss Hilton was not up here during the first conversation that they had for about 30 minutes. And this portion shows that now she's getting Kenneth Copeland up there to talk. She put this in play, and the judge just went along with it blindly. I know he hates that he did that. I don't believe, I hope that he didn't, but when you listen to this video, I believe that he went for the okie doke. He just is probably as slow to this woman, Miss Love. I don't know if she's doing witchcraft or is she a witch. Just listen.
First at 9:33 a.m., Miss Love, we would like to just go into another courtroom and talk to him. Give you a chance to talk to him, and then give you an opportunity to explain to him the court reporter. We're off the record, brief recess. Judge Glanville and Mr. Chamberlain enter chambers at 9:34 a.m. Miss Love, Miss Hilton has been communicating with him. I'd like to grab her from downstairs and have her come up to the court. Where's Mr. Copeland? Mr. Chamberlain, they took him upstairs to the tape and 9. The court, okay, can we bring him out too? Mr. Chamberlain, your chambers is being used. Your courtroom is being used. The court, let's bring him in here. Mr. Chamberlain, all right. So let me see if I can get that done. The court, let's bring him in here. Okay, thank you. We'll just bring him up in here. The proceedings stood in recess from 9:34 a.m. to 10:03 a.m. Mr. Copeland entered chambers at 10:03 a.m.
For a person that is a witness.
Deputy McPherson, Sergeant Brown, Sergeant Hall, Fulton County Sheriff's Department.
Intimidation.
Okay, Mr. Copeland, can you let him know I got a hearing problem? Ms. Bumpus, okay. He said, kid, he is hard of hearing. In court, that makes 2 of us. I've got a hearing aid that's coming on the 27th of January. June. So I'll try to talk loud. Is it okay if I was to go? Yeah, I can read lips in the court. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Copeland. Good morning. Mr. Copeland. Good morning. The court. All right. I just wanted to bring you over and let you talk with Ms. Bumpus and see if there is anything that you need to ask of your counsel or Ms. Hilton or the state or the court before we bring you out of this morning. Because we would like to hear your testimony, and that is kind of where we are at this point in time. So, is there anything you want to ask, Mr. Copeland? Well, I want to speak to you personally that I have never been truthful a day in my life. That's it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. Mr. Copeland, well, I want to speak to you personally.
Now, I don't know if you noticed, but he was supposed to talk to his counsel first, and not everybody. We want you to testify. Well, you just held him in contempt. He said he pleaded the 5th. You put him in contempt. He said he didn't want to testify at pleading the 5th. And now you're saying that you want him to testify. You're leading with that. And then you turn around and not allow him to talk to his counsel personally. And it's for the whole group. This is coercion, manipulation, intimidation to the 10th degree.
That I have never been truthful a day of my life until I just made this statement right now. I don't comprehend none of the stuff that's going on in court. Okay, well, the only thing you can give is truthful testimony. Whatever you know is whatever you know. That's it. Miss Hilton. And what we'll say, and Mr. Copeland and I, we have talked about this. I'm not sure what your concerns are, what concerns that you have expressed to Mr. Melnick last week, but if any of your concerns deal with being locked up or anything, you can't. There's nothing that can happen. Feds, Ms. Bumpus, well, that's not Ms. Hilton. It is true, Ms. Bumpus, no. I said that's not his concern. And so if his concern is safety, we need to know that.
right here and get to the next section that I want to show that this is so much treachery. I'm not doing a full video. Shout out to Seti Nash. I'm going to leave the link in the description so that you can go and look on his channel and watch it.
So tune in for what will be the next hearing, since the ex parte has stopped all of the trial until they can get to the bottom of whether the judge is going to be recused or not. My guess, not my guess, I believe that he's going to remain on the stand. He's not going to be recused, and nobody wants this case. And he's doing what he needs to do to save face. They're going to allow him to finish this trial. What do you think?
I agreed to work with you because I thought you and I want the same thing. The truth.
There's no truth in the law. In my life. Stop searching for it.
This is Graceful Exposure. Like, subscribe, and make sure you tune in to the next episode.